Morning to you, gang. It's Thursday the... Oh, it's a bit loud, isn't it? Just a minute. Thursday the 12th of September 2019. Welcome along to Lincolnshire's Chapel Hill Marina and this morning's United Kingdom talk. Do you like the new picture? Isn't that nice, isn't it? Went to Skegness yesterday, and there's this place that does all these pictures on wood and... You know, that I can't remember, you know, like that stretchy material across a sort of wooden square frame like that. Dirt cheap in there, reduced from 20 quid to 10 quid. I had to have one. There was actually a really wide selection of Lincolnshire type pictures. If you're coming down towards Skegness, all right, on that main road with a clock, the leaning clock. Do you know the leaning clock in Skegness? It does. I'm sure it's leaning. It's either that or an optical illusion, one of the two, but there's this clock. So you go down towards the seafront along the main road, various shops either side. That particular shop is on the right before you get to the clock. And then you get to the clock, and it kind of leans. It looks like it's leaning. Then when you go around the other way, you're not sure if it is leaning or not. But that's where the shop is, just before, if you're going down towards the seafront on the right there. And it's got loads in there, and I quite like that one. I like a bit of colour. They had one with a church window, but then we'd probably lose listeners. You know what they're like? Oh, I'm not religious, so I'm not watching that. You know, it's only a picture of a church. But because they've seen something, they immediately assume that it's a religious program. I have a cross, a cross up at the house in Berkshire, and I've had that before. Is this a religious program? And it's amazing that people sometimes they send you a message. Right? They log on and perhaps see this for the first time. And if you're here for the first time, a very, very good morning to you. We'd like to have a little bit of fun in the morning. And the first message they send is, what's this about? You know, they've literally logged on and hadn't bothered to watch anything that's going on at all. And they say, oh, well, what's all this about then? Well, perhaps if you sit there and wait for a while, you'll realise it's a load of old rubbish. It is. It is. By the way, Maureen... Got your message this morning, 633 for you, Maureen. Right, 633 for Maureen. More raffle tickets being given out later on, gang. I must say, I was kind of looking at myself in the mirror this morning, and I thought, you don't look very smart this morning. I don't know what it is, whether it's the jacket or the shirt, both of which are a little bit too big, because the other ones are getting a bit tight at the moment, and I'm not surprised after yesterday's food marathon. Oh, God, I'll tell you about that as we go through the show, okay? But I am feeling incredibly untidy this morning. The sun is up here in Lincolnshire, shining right here on our Lincolnshire television studio complex. Let's say hello to some of you this morning. Michael Polman, first in this morning. Mr. Gaz Barron. Good morning, Gaz. Are you singing your heart out tonight? What delights will you be singing for me this evening? Something from Disney, perhaps? We like Disney songs. What's that one? Pocahontas. What's that? Pocahontas. What's that called? Colours of the Wind, that's it. La 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 Colours of the Wind. That one? I think you should do that one tonight, Gaz, while dressed up as a Disney princess. Not quite sure which one you're going to be, darling. I would like to be Ursula, as depicted in this wonderful mug here that my friend bought me, an Ursula picture. You notice the clock's moved as well over there. Go on, say it. Oh, why isn't the pendulum swinging from one way to the other? Because I looked at it and I spent about 5 minutes looking and I thought, I don't know if that pendulum is kind of off-putting. And I watched it swinging backwards and forwards like that, a little bit like I have in a pair of tracksuit bottoms. Sorry, it was swinging backwards and forwards like that, and I think that's a bit off-putting, that is. It seemed to be okay on for that side, but I don't know, because it's a bit closer to you, and I found it off-putting, so I've stopped it. I've stopped it swinging. I hope that doesn't upset you too much. You know what people are like? If I read down these messages now, I will be very surprised if someone doesn't say, ow, your pendulum isn't swinging. Something like that, you know. Paul and Lou, good morning to Paul and Lou over there on YouTube. Mr. Ray Reynolds is in the house. Good morning, Ray. John Aitkins there. Mick Davenport. Good morning, Mick. Diane Jebb. Hello. Hello, Dinny. Morning. Michael Lawrence. Hello. Mike Rees Ponto. Paul and Lou like the dramatic music. We do like to have a little bit of a change now and again. The only thing that don't change on this programme is the old git who's sitting here chatting crap. It's the only thing that doesn't change, isn't it? Morning to Heidi Oliver. Morning, Heidi. Morning to there's Gaz from sunny Lincolnshire. Not so sunny in Cleethorpes. Oh, is that right? Is it not too nice up there? They're talking about another beast from the east this year, aren't they? You know, worst ever winter. Same thing every year. Morning to Jason Hughes. Sean Pye with the tag. Good morning, Sean. You still haven't sent me a picture yet of you with your tag on. I'm getting very excited. Morning to Mark Bowles. Good morning, Mark. I think that was an email from you. I'm just guessing you should have had a reply with the ticket number. Was that you indeed? Do let us know. Morning to Mark Alston. Morning. She said, who says, after watching this for years, I still don't know what it's about. You and me alike, Mark. We ain't got a clue what this is about. Not a clue. Don't ask me. No trawlers catch yesterday. We didn't go to trawlers catch yesterday. It's all coming up. Paula, you're trying to rush me now, dear. You're trying to rush me. Don't rush me. Every little bit, tinsels and morsels of information come. Okay? Craig Mackenzie, good morning. Who's staying in the shed? I'm not moving. Why have you got why are you living in the shed? Have you heard of a row with the missus? Are you in your man cave? You're in your man cave, aren't you? Good morning to Artmaster Studio TV over there on YouTube. Good morning to you. Gaz says he's looking gorgeous. What, you or me? Oh, come on, Gaz. It can't possibly be you, dear. Can it? Looking gorgeous. I'm singing tonight. Rick may be coming after work. Oh, and you choose. What, you mean you want me to choose between you and Rick? It's such a difficult choice. It really is, Gaz. Oh, Brian. Brian says Disney is awful. Don't you like Brian? Do you not like Disney, Brian? Are you into music? What sort of music are you into, by the way, Brian? Be interested to know that. Craig Mackenzie, where's Barry gone? Barry is in our Berkshire television studio. We're not in Berkshire at the moment. This is Lincolnshire. No Barry in Lincolnshire, I'm afraid. Poor Wendy, who sends me the calendar every year, you know, she can't afford 2 calendars, dear. Austerity. We need more austerity. We absolutely do. There's not enough austerity in this world. There really isn't. There you go. Mark's notice. The clock ain't swinging today. Can we have it swinging, please? No, Heidi, because it's kind of been put on the backdrop. If I try and make it swing, the backdrop's not going to look right. Let's leave it for that for a while and we'll see what happens, all right? Thank you, Mark. That was indeed good. Excellent. Have the stockings come yet? No, I don't understand it. I think the stockings that I ordered, especially to wear for Mark to look at while draped across his escort. Was it an escort? Can't remember now. While draped across, let's just say it's an escort. While draped across his car, still haven't arrived yet. I think they might have been intercepted at the post. You know, or MI5. Because MI5, they're constantly looking at my email, you know. Oh, yes. I'm on the government radar. I've noticed sometimes as I'm going through shopping centres or somewhere like that, I don't know, somewhere like John Lewis or something like that, I notice the cameras move as I move. They're all watching. Yes. Do you know, sometimes, Mark, I've gone over places like, in forests, just for a walk, just for a walk in certain areas of forest and lay-bys on the road. And I've noticed sometimes as I'm walking, minding my own business, there are some very, very strange men following me in those woods. Clearly government officials. You know. And when you try and talk to them, one of them must have been ever so hot. He started taking his clothes off. I mean, I didn't think it was that hot. Perhaps it's obviously some sort of disguise that he's doing. But I am being followed by MI5. I think maybe they are intercepting my... Because I hardly get any letters anymore. I don't know what's happened there. Seriously, I've over the last month, I've barely got any letters at all down at the house. Strange, isn't it? I think it's the miserable cow who delivers them. We've got this blonde lady who delivers the... She don't like to talk to you. You know, I wait till she comes on the camera. I've got a little camera outside. I wait till I see it and I rush outside. Just as she's walking away. Oh, good morning. Good morning. She's walking quickly. I said, how are you today? And she's gone. She don't like to talk to anyone. MI5 are intruding on my letters. And I reckon someone from MI5 who's a little bit, can I use the word perverted? Can I use the word perverted at this time of the morning? They've opened my letters expecting it to be a secret thing from Russian intelligence, okay? Only to have found the stockings, right? Now, someone like yourself, perhaps, Mark, would immediately say, oh, women's stockings, and put them back in and sent them on. I don't think that's the case. I think what's happened is that someone has found the stockings, the ones you chose for me to wear, the red ones, the red fishnet stockings. Someone has seen the stockings and they've been a little bit sort of, not manly, shall we say. And they've kept the stockings for themselves. I expect to be receiving an empty letter any day soon. I think that's what's happened, Mark. Shocking. One moment, please. Scrolling back again. The cock ain't swinging today. No! You see, if I try and swing it, it'll stop. It'll probably stop. There you go. That will stop because it's not in the right position now. Okay. Thank you. Ooh, one moment. Andrew D. Good morning, Andrew, who's in Scarborough, which is a lovely place. It's a really nice Scarborough. And the other place I really like along the Yorkshire coast is Whitby. I like Whitby very much. I like a lot of old people walking around, it has to be said, with dogs. They've all got little dogs. If you go to Whitby, have a walk along that seafront, hundreds of chip shops and ice cream places to choose from. And it's really nice. And they've got this bandstand a little bit further along. And if you go there and eat your chips, the seagulls attack. One landed on my nephew's wife's shoulder. It was hilarious. She started screaming and everything. I wish I had the camera ready. Never mind. She was sitting there eating the large portion of chips. We all had these large portions of chips. This seagull, I kid you not, landed on her shoulder. They're big bastards, they are. Christ, it'll take you a long time to cook one of those at Christmas. Cooking the turkey. My mum used to put the turkey in overnight. She put it on a low setting. Oh, it was, and when you woke up Christmas morning, the entire house smelt of my mum's cooking. God, how I miss that, I tell you. I mean, it's just not the same putting a kettle of boiling water into a pot noodle on Christmas morning on your own, is it? Never mind. Now, perhaps there will be someone with me at Christmas that I can cook dinner for and get up in those red fishnet stockings. No names mentioned. You never know. Andrew from sunny Scarborough says, thoroughly enjoying your show regularly now. You have a similar sense of humour to me, so enjoying the humour a lot. Have a great day ahead. Thank you, Andrew. I do try and laugh at all aspects of life, whether it be something nice or something horrible like cancer. I know that might sound a bit odd to you, but I think there's a lot to be said for laughing at all. Okay, well, the biggest laugh today has got to be the fact that we might run out of blueberries due to Brexit. Blueberries, I've heard, I haven't seen it with my own eyes, I've heard are on the list of things, of the list of things that may be a total disaster after breakfast. Where are we going to get the blueberries? You might not eat it's only really for posh people, blueberries. If you eat blueberries, you're probably posh. I don't know if she's with us this morning, but Claire, who lives in Guildford, which is down, it's like the posh part of Bracknell, to be honest. Claire, who lives in Guildford, probably eats blueberries every day. It's very posh. If you want a posh girl, Claire is with us most mornings. I'm not sure if she's here yet today. Gaz is in his PJs at the moment. Are you really? You want me to choose you a song to sing? Okay, Colours of the Wind from Pocahontas. That Disney film. I like that one. Brian is a trained opera singer. Strictly opera and classical. Oh, can you do... Oh, what's that operatic... Oh, God, I can't remember it now. There's a really popular opera. Susan Boyle does it, doesn't she? I think Susan Boyle does it. Yeah, she does it. You can see old Susan Boyle down the pub, can't you? With a pint of Guinness, Hi, yeah, I was an X Factor. I want to sing a song now. But she'd have a Scottish accent. I'm not very good at doing a Scottish accent, Scotland's a lovely place to visit as well. Heidi, there's no Barry picture here, I'm afraid, dear. Barry Manilow, dear. What do you mean, who is Barry? There is only one Barry. Barry Manilow. Looks like we made it at the Copa. I've got new instruments, by the way, Gaz. I gave my last lot of instruments away to my dear friend Mary, who we lost a couple of weeks ago at the crematorium. I left my tambourine and two maracas with her because she used to keep jumping on the stage and nicking them. So I thought, you know what, Mary, you've gone through a lot, you can have them. So I left them there, and I ordered some new ones off Amazon, which have come now. Craig, good morning, Craig. I have to be in the shed as I'm the shed singer for mental health awareness. It's they've chosen the right person, mental, haven't they, Craig? You see, this is the sense of humour we do on here. Politically correct people absolutely hate this programme. You know, I'm waiting to be dragged up by any member of the Liberal Democrats, dear. Ow, you shouldn't really say that. It's not funny. No, we haven't got the problem. You have. You have no sense of humour, dear. Craig says, I have to be in shed, mate, as I'm the shed singer for mental health awareness. It's got to be done. Had Robbie's dad in recording a studio with me. It was cosy in the 8x6 shed. All for charity. Nice. Nice, and good luck to you. If you want to put a link, if you ever want to put links up, I don't mind that, you know, within the chat thing, link to your charity or something like that, you know. I don't usually say to people, here's a charity, please donate to it, because you need to do all sorts of checks and things like that, and we're bound to pick up one or two dodgy people who then try and set up their own, I don't know, GoFundMe page, you know, to get them enough money for going on holiday or drink or drugs or something like that. So I never sort of mention actual charities. It's just one of those things, you know. Mark says, just me draped across the bonnet will do then. Don't worry about the stockings. Oh, no, Mo. No. I've got to do it properly for you, mate. I'll do it properly. I'll wait for the stockings to arrive, okay? There's not being any hassle with the raffle. Don't worry about the raffle, no. Sean, the cameras follow you because you look like a shifty shoplifter. There was someone who nicked from Aldi the other day. I mean, you've got to be desperate to nick from there, haven't you? This bloke ran out with a basket full of stuff. No one followed him out. I couldn't believe it. The shop staff just sat there gormlessly looking at him. Talking of gormless shop staff, you want to go in B&M in Skegness. Oh, we went in there yesterday on the way back. This bloke was on the till. This queue was getting longer and longer and longer. Don't know if you've ever been in B&M in Skegness. I don't know what it is about in there, but it's incredibly hot in there. It wasn't even a particularly hot day yesterday. I mean, it was nice. It was just the right temperature. You go in B&M in Skegness, which is next to Aldi, Marks and Spencer's, and this pub. It looks all right. A modern-looking pub, you know, modern building. And it's always hot in there. We went in there, you remember that hottest day a couple of weeks, about a month or so ago, the really hot, I think it was about 3 or 4 days altogether. We went in there that day. I took in there great-nephew Harry, great-niece Evie, and we went in there, and of course the sweet section. Oh, can we have a treat, Uncle Chris? Yes, of course you can have a treat. They then go and pick up 5 bars. No, a treat. That's not 5 treats, a treat. Oh, but we want to get one for Mummy and Daddy. You liar, liar, liar. Put them back. Anyway, so they picked up these children and they literally squashed. Everything was melting in there. There was a bloke on the till in there yesterday. His queue was getting longer and longer, and he's obviously got stuck with someone, but he was absolutely gormless. You know, no, I'm sorry about the wait, everyone. None of that. Oblivious to the queue. I thought, you're not even interested in this job, are you? He seemed completely disinterested. Then another bloke eventually arrived at another till and couldn't work the bloody thing. So I said, I'm going. Put my basket down, out the door. Can't be bothered. I don't wait to give people my money. You know, I want something. If there's a queue, that's not a problem. But, you know, run it properly, dear. Can't be bothered with any of that. I was out with Sharon and Martin yesterday, Mick. They sort of behaved themselves. I'll come to that in a minute, okay? Gaz, what are you talking? You're talking rubbish again. Yes, I am. Of course I'm talking rubbish. That's what I do on this programme, dear. What do you want me to do? Hard-hitting politics. What do you want me to do? Talk about Brexit and politics and, what's his name? Mr. Johnson. No, you don't want that, do you? You can turn the telly on anytime, day or night, to see that old crap and screaming at each other. Heidi says, you wish they were following you in the woods. Morning to Adrian Richardson. Good morning. There's Claire. There's Claire. No notification on YouTube. Can other people tell us whether or not they got their notifications? Claire, try unsubscribing and subscribe again and see what happens. It might have happened when we split the two channels. It's possible. But from what I can see, there's quite a few YouTube people here this morning, so presumably they got their notification there. You know where to find it though anyway, don't you? youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Just unsubscribe, refresh the page so you can see the show there, and then subscribe and see if that helps you there. All right, my love. Good morning to LaBelle in New York. Her emerald-eyed rainbow of sunshine is chatting away this morning. All right. You go to Harrogate. You have Betty's Tea Room. I've not been to Harrogate. My mate's been to Harrogate. He quite liked it there. You remember that's where we had the Eurovision Song Contest years ago, didn't we? At the Harrogate Conference Centre, I think it was. Long time ago that was. Morning to Evie and Harry. That's great niece Evie and Harry there, and my nephew watching this morning, and of course Olivia and Stacey, his wife. Their mum, my sister, is sitting there laying on the sofa, farting as usual. Oh, well, I'm not even. We talked about that yesterday extensively. I'm not going to go into that again this morning. Andrew says Whitby is brilliant. They have fantastic Gothic festival. That's right. There's a shop there, isn't there, selling all that Gothic stuff. I saw that. Like skulls and everything's quite black, isn't it? I don't think I'd be a very good Gothic person because I like colours, as you can see from the wall there. I do like bright colours. They have a steampunk festival that is brilliant to go to. So much effort put in by everyone who does it all. I mean, it really is nice walking around Whitby. It's a lovely place, and I like the train. I've been on the train. My nephew and his wife took me on the train I think it's about 2 years ago now. Steaming through the most beautiful countryside you've ever seen. And then we got off and we went to that place where they filmed oh gosh, you know the programme. Someone remember the programme. You know, where there's a policeman on a bike, that one. And it was a bloke in EastEnders. Someone will remember that in a minute. Someone will say that. Michael's going to come and spend Christmas with us, Chris. Spend Christmas, Michael. We can sing Christmas carols. Ding dong merrily on high. Is that too early? Is that too early? Have you seen the Christmas stuff appearing in shops? Yes, it's coming. Blueberries. Look, Gaz is very worried about the blueberries. Claire eats blueberries because she's posh. Buckets full of them. I don't know what she's going to do when we have the Brexit. No blueberries or lettuces. Even worse, no lettuce. LaBelle, red fishnet stockings. What did I miss? Oh, you obviously weren't with us a few days ago, LaBelle. I'm not going to do it again. You'll have to watch back at some of the other shows. Can I just tell you some of these things? So we went to Skegness yesterday. We had an early lunch at a place called RAF 55. Which my sister, and yesterday, as far as I was concerned, yesterday afternoon was my sister's to do as she pleases, because this was her little birthday treat, you know, all paid for by me at enormous cost. Enormous costs. You know, I've had the Building Society on the phone this morning. Oh, hello, Mr. Reardon. Yep, sorry to trouble you. You haven't made your regular deposit this week. We've got no money to lend anyone. I said, well, I'm sorry, it's my sister's birthday. Oh, they said, and put the phone down. It just went dead. Rude. Rude. I might have to rejoin Barclays or someone like that. Shocking. Anyway, so that was her day yesterday. And for lunch, she wanted to go to this place, Rav 55, that her and my brother-in-law go to quite often for breakfast. So you go in there. It was an early lunch. I think we got in there probably just about after 12 o'clock and parked the car. And you sit down in there. Well, it wasn't that busy in there. And it's like one of those buffet places. Now, it's not a massive place. It's not an enormous restaurant. Okay, I would say it's a medium. It actually looks small, but there's an upstairs as well. So I would say it looks a small restaurant. And you've got various items laid out. Not masses and masses of stuff, but enough, you know. And there was bowls of chips. There was pizza, various different ones, some vegetarian one there. There was various pasta dishes. There was some dead animal stuff there and vegetables, roast potatoes, and you just keep going up and helping as much as you want. I think it was either $6.99 or $7.99 each, which I thought was very good value. And I had some bits of pizza and spaghetti arrabbiata. I think it's arrabbiata spaghetti, which they cook for you. You can say order here, and you just ask the chef, and he cooks whatever's available for you, what you want there and then. Great. And you just pay your $7.99. That's it. Stuff your face and out. Lovely. I like that. It's very American, that thing. You go to America to many of these hotels and all that, certainly in Florida and Vegas, where me and my younger nephew have been on a couple of holidays. And you can go in these all-you-can-eat buffets, but on a much larger scale. I mean, so much food you can't believe. Where were we staying? In Vegas, we were staying at the Excalibur Hotel, which is probably about 3-star, I suppose, about 3-star hotel it was. And in the morning, you could go down for breakfast. And we didn't have that included, but for $20, you went down to breakfast. And you queued up, you paid your money, and then you went in and then you just add whatever you wanted, anything. You know, no extra. I love it. I love this all-you-can-eat type thing, right? You can only eat so much. What really annoys me is when people pile their plate up, they take it back to their table, they eat half the food and walk off. That really bugs me, that does. Why have you taken so much food, you fat bastard, if you can't eat it all? You know, it's just, I hate food waste. You take me out to dinner, and I'm available at all times, boys, because if you take me out to dinner, I'll finish the lot. I won't take something that I don't want, and I certainly won't take more than I want. You know? I can keep going up, and I used to sit there at breakfast time, and I think when you get an all-you-can-eat breakfast, and really, honestly, this breakfast, it's the whole wall, along the wall with the chefs standing there, and then you've got the counters along there. Just so much food laid out. Porridge and bacon and eggs and toast and cakes and yogurts and right along the wall. So much to choose from. And I would, I suppose I had much more breakfast than I usually would have. I would start off with perhaps porridge, and then I might have baked beans and on toast or something like that, you know, or a couple of eggs, and then I might have a piece of cake before I go out, you know. And you kind of try and eat so much that you won't want lunch. You think, well, I'll have a large breakfast and I won't want lunch, but that doesn't work, I'm afraid. It gets to lunchtime, I feel a bit peckish now. I'll have a lunch anyway, and you've had all that extra breakfast as well. It just doesn't really work, that. I suppose you could take a couple of bits of cake or that in a bag or something like that. You know, a few bits of bread and butter, toast or whatever. That's what I had toast as well, you see. Some nice marmalade on toast. And I really do like those whole breakfast buffet things where you go out. I hate going into a restaurant where everything is measured out. I mean, I've mentioned it so many times on this programme. There's a place in Boston called the Chain Bridge Restaurant. The Chain Bridge Restaurant. Me and my sister, my brother-in-law, I think there was a couple of children there. I think my nephew as well, Gary. I think he was there as well. This is going back about a year and a bit now. And we went in there. We sat down. It was the worst service ever. It was so slow. It was unbelievable. We sat there for ages waiting to be served. And when we did get served, so the food came, and it was the smallest portion of chips I've ever seen on the plate. Chips, potato. How much does a potato cost? All right. So I called them over. Excuse me, where's all the chips? And the answer is, well, that's a portion. That's a portion. That's not an answer, mate. That is a small portion. Where's the bloody chips? Anyway, at that point, had I have been, you know, the person in charge of the restaurant, I would have sent some more chips over to keep me happy. How much would that have cost you? Huh? 3 pence? 4 pence maybe? But no. They stand there. Well, that's a portion. I can't stand it. Chips in little tubes like that, so they count them in. You get about 5 chips in one of those tubes. And it's all to do, it's nothing to do with presentation at all. It's all to do with putting as little food on the plate and charging you as much as they think you're willing to pay. Baked beans. Baked beans in those stupid little China things. They're about 4 baked beans in there and a tiniest bit of tomato sauce. Little things like this, these little China things. How annoying is that? And I never go back to these places. Once you've pissed me off in a restaurant, that's it. I'm not coming back. Not even if you send me vouchers after I've written you a filthy letter. Actually, my mate's good at that, writing filthy letters to places like that. I don't go on internet sites and start writing bad reviews. I'm very sceptical about some of these reviews that you watch, that you read, whether it be restaurants or hotels or anything like that. I think a lot of hotels, they have got people in the hotel that write themselves good reviews. I don't go along with reviews anymore. No, I think you've got to make up your own mind. But nothing worse than going to a restaurant and thinking, well, where's the food that I've just paid for? Tiny bit of steak or whatever, anything like that. So RAF 55, no, in, help yourself and out. And we did have a decent amount of food, really did. So that was nice. We then got back in the car, parked at the other car park at the other end next to the theatre. And we went to this department store called Beales. That's where my sister wanted to go and find herself a birthday present. She already had identified that she would like a new bag. So we got in this department store, Beales. Now, if I can just describe Beales to you. B-E-A-L-E, not B-I-L-L-S, which is what I thought my sister was saying. B-E-A-L-E-S, Beales department store it is. So this is in Skegness. Now, do not think John Lewis. Don't think Bentals. Don't even think Debenhams. It's like when you walk in there, you can see that at some point this department store had done very well and was very popular. But this is 2019. People, unfortunately, like me, I hate to say it, like me, are ordering stuff at the click of a button. Haven't got to leave the house, haven't got to pay an enormous sum of money for parking the car. No chance of getting clamped or anything like that. You click a button, the next day, something arrives in a box. It's like Christmas every day at my house. It really is. So you go in this department store and it's seen better days. It looks really tired and old and it looks like it's nearly at its last, okay? And we're walking around in there. On the ground floor are the bags. So my sister's looking at the bags. I wanted to use the toilet. So I said, where's the toilets? So he said, look at the poster over there. Where's the toilets over there? So look at the poster. No mention of toilet. So I asked the member of staff. Oh, it's on the second floor at the back of the restaurant. Okay, thank you very much. So I've gone up the escalator. It's on 3 floors, this place. Beales in Skegness. I've gone up the escalator, right? Okay, floor 1. Where's the other escalator? So I'm looking around, sometimes these escalators are sort of positioned so that you then you come off that step and then you've got to walk round and then there's the next one going up that way. So I've walked all around this escalator twice looking for the other up escalator, which I can't find. So I'm walking across this shop floor looking. This is the section that's got Lego. So I was distracted and I went to look at the Lego. And carried on looking, and eventually I said, where's the other escalator to go up? And this bloke says, well, there isn't one. Oh, well, how do I get up? He said, go over into the corner of the stairs there, and there's some stairs to take you up and a lift. Oh, right. Okay, then. So the escalator's on one side, the stairs and the lift are on the other side of this shop. Bizarre. So I walked through this stuff past smelly candles and sort of things that... all these little things hanging up that you don't really want, but sometimes you'll buy one just because, oh, that looks nice. You get it home and you wish, why did I buy that? Those sort of things, right? Plastic things hanging in. And so I've got to the lift. I looked at the lift and I thought, blimey, how old is that lift? I'm not going to risk my life going in that. Probably the string will break or something like that. So I've gone up these stairs and up to the top floor, which is furniture. It seems to be furniture. Not a single customer walking up there. There was hardly anyone on the second floor where all the Lego was. There was about 3 people milling about in there. The ground floor was a bit busy, I'll give you that, with ladies' clothing, and they're all in there. Just people just like my sister, women in there trying on every item and then walking out again. Just like my sister. She looks at every single bloody thing that's hanging there on a hanger. But it was her birthday, so that's fine, that's fine. No one at all walking around that furniture. Not a single customer. I walked through, there's this little restaurant, cafe type thing, which was a bit dark and dingy. Not the sort of place you want to spend more than sort of 5 minutes, drink your tea and eat your cake as quickly as possible and get out again. Ah, there's the toilets right next to the restaurant. Open the door. Well, I'm sorry, the smell hit me. Not clean. Now, I don't mean by that someone had gone in and been smelly. I don't mean that. They just stunk of wee. Awful. Awful. And that's before we got into the toilet. So that's the first door. You know, so a lot of the places, you go through one door and then you've got the disabled toilet, you've got the men's toilet, and you've got the women's toilet. The smell was in that bit, not even in the toilet. Went into the men's toilets, which actually smelt better than the corridor outside. That is saying something, isn't it? Oh, it stunk. Awful. Used the toilet, came back out again. There was no one in the restaurant either. Come back through the furniture department, still no one in there. Walked down one set of stairs, and I thought, well, I might as well walk down to the bottom. Walked down the bottom, and Miss Sister had selected a little handbag, and it wasn't particularly expensive, which pleased me immensely, I tell you that now. Although I pretended that it did. I pretended it did, and we went to the till, and we had a little bit of a laugh with the lady on the till. I can't remember what we said now. Bought the handbag. It wasn't a handbag. It was more like a little rucksack. I think she wants to take it on holiday when she goes to see my niece in Cyprus, and that's it. And then we did our shopping. So Beales department store. There's some nice little bits in there if you want a little wander around. But don't think it's a John Lewis. It's nothing like a John Lewis. It looks like it's on its last legs, to be honest. I mean, it really does. It could do with a bloody good decorate. I don't suppose they could afford to decorate it again, so they'll probably run it as long as they can. But you know, it has to be said, I've been into John Lewis's recently in Reading, and there's not millions of people walking around. It's busy-ish, but we've got a Phoenix. We've got a Phoenix in Bracknell, and when you go in there, there's not that many people in there, you know, department store. They've got this hideously priced hairdressers in there as well, where to have a bloke's haircut, I think it was about 25 or 30 quid. Oh, dear me. £10 maximum, if you don't mind, for a haircut. 20, 30 quid for a haircut. I know some of my other mates, they go to Soho and have their haircut. 40, 50 quid. Dear me. Just imagine all the trips you can go to the chip shop and the Trawler's Catch for 50 quid, exactly. So that was our day. And then we had a little bit of a walk. We walked around this model, we had just a little bit of a walk near the seafront, not on the seafront. And we walked past this, there's a little place where they got a model village and a garden railway going around it. I've never seen it open. It's always closed. Skegness, of course, quiet now. You know, it's quiet now. We're off the holiday season now, so once again, it's quiet. Plenty of parking spaces, to be honest with you. Easy to walk around. And it occurred to me that, you know, a lot of these places, the little ice cream places, the fish and chip places on the seafront, which a lot of them were closed, they must only open for like holidays. And they when you think about it, there's only a very, very short space of time during the year when they have to get all this money in, isn't it? You know, to get as much money in as possible to see them through the rest of the year because there's no one there. Very difficult, really. I don't know. I don't think I'd like a business like that. I mean, when it's busy, my God, they're busy. You know, you can be waiting in a queue for an ice cream, can't you? And to be fair, they're not very expensive, the ice creams in Skegness. If you want to buy an expensive ice cream, go in the garden centre, Long Acres Garden Centre in Bracknell, okay? And outside, just outside the garden centre, is this little, I don't know what you call it, a little truck thing. Okay, Italian ice cream, and as well as the gelatino ice creams all laid out there nicely. Like they've got a Mr. Whippy thing. You can have an ice cream there. £3.65. That's what they charge there. Outrageous prices. We don't go there anymore. You outpriced yourself, mate. Greedy. I find the ice creams on Skegness very reasonable, like £1, £1.50, something like that. I don't mind paying £1.50 for an ice cream. And if they're all closed, you can always go to McDonald's. It's all right in there for the ice cream. But the McDonald's ice cream, it's okay, but it's nothing like the ones you get out of that machine, you know, when you're on the seafront, whether or not it's the fact that you've bought it from there and not McDonald's. And maybe something in your head tells you that tastes better, where they are exactly the same. So we walked along there. We didn't have an ice cream because I had some ice cream in that RAF 55 as part of the £7.99 meal. Oh, did I mention that? That's the other thing. RAF 55. So as well as those meals, there's all these puddings, chocolate cake, little square things of stuff and ice creams. You just choose what you want. And again, you can go back as many times as you want. I only had one pudding. That's enough, you know. I had a walk along there, jump back in there. Then we went to Aldi. That's where I went to B&M's and walked out of there because they weren't quick enough on the till. Went to Aldi, got a few bits and pieces in there and come back here. And last night I watched the telly, that thing on BBC One about the soldier, episode 2. This soldier is supposed to have kidnapped this girl. And it's really good. I can't remember what it's called now. It's on after Holby on Tuesday nights. That's when it's on. I watch it on the iPlayer, and it's really good. It's about this soldier, as I say, and he'd been in prison for shooting a Taliban member while on exercises. And they had it on video, and they had this expert in, and they were talking about the video camera, and they said, well, it goes out of sync. So the audio, and what had happened is he's shot someone and then gone back to people and say, get back. Well, why did you say get back when you'd already shot someone? And then this bloke coming, and the soldier's standing there saying, well, it didn't happen like that. That's not what happened. And an expert came in and said the camera is notorious for going out of sync. So it may have been that the shot was fired at a different time to when you see him say, shout back. So they let him out of prison. And now he's supposed to have abducted someone, okay, at a bus stop. His lawyer, he's abducted this lawyer, and they showed a video, and then the police get him back in again and said, well, you know, this is it. And he went mad. He said, this is not what happened. Someone's done something to the video. And I was watching it, and I suppose, you know, you can do stuff to videos these days. You can change them. I've seen videos on YouTube, right, where you've got like a celebrity saying stuff, right? But if you look carefully, you can see that there's something not quite right with the video. You can't put your finger on it, but someone has literally superimposed another mouth in somehow, and it makes it look like it's saying something that it actually isn't. Very clever. And this will only get better as the years go on. You know, they'll get better at that, so you won't look at that picture and think, oh, something not quite right with that, because you won't know. It's very worrying. You could get like the Queen to say, you could get the Queen to swear. She might come on your telly tomorrow and say, bum. That's not very much of the Queen, is it, to do something like that? Shocking. So that was my day yesterday, all right? The soldier thing on BBC One is very, very good. Can't remember what it was called now. But as I say, if you look at it, it'll probably come up on one of the featured programmes when you fire up iPlayer. Or, of course, you can watch it at 9 o'clock after Holby City on Tuesday nights on BBC One Colour. All right? Right, back to some of your messages. We've got the raffle tickets to give out a little bit later on in the show, boys and girls. Andrew says, I can understand the laughing at all of it. I fought cancer myself for 18 months, and I'm through the worst and into revert. Oh, yeah, it's not revert, is it? What's that called? Not recession. Is it recession? Remission, that's it, remission. I get that. Quite a way now. Well done. I laugh at things in life too, mate. It's the only way to be. Yeah. If, you know, and I know, you know, some of you probably have got some diseases and things wrong with them, diabetes or whatever. I know. If you can try and laugh at it, I think it does alleviate the problem a bit. I really do. And my dear friend Mary, non-Irish Mary from Ireland, laughed at cancer right the way till the end. She took the mick out of it. She really did. Wonderful, if you can. Claire, yes, there you go. Claire eats lots of blueberries and mango and gorgeous black cherries. See, Claire is posh. Who wants a posh girl? Claire's there for you, boys. Start chatting her up now. You better have a lot of money in the bank now. She ain't getting taken out to McDonald's by you lot. No. Posh hotels for Claire. And you've got to come through me first to get to her. Thank you. Recovery, that's it, Andrew. Thank you. Where are we going now? Let's just scroll down a bit. Is the sound out of sync a bit today? Is it? Is it out of sync for anyone else? John's having his gas safety check this morning. What, you having someone look in your bum, are you? John, you walk into some of these things. You do. You do. Jason had... Okay, it was Jason's problem. All right, fair enough. John, I wish they would keep chocolate in the chillers like they do in Australia. Yeah, they do. And there was a petrol station I went in. That last year it was. We went in this BP petrol station. I think it was the one in Bracknell, actually. BP petrol station. I picked up this bar of chocolate. Well, it just squashed in my hand. I had to chuck it all away. They had to chuck it all away. Paul and Lou got the notifications this morning, as did Mark. Thank you. It looks like it's just you, I'm afraid, Claire. You got a little problem there, my love. You may also have our notifications turned off on your phone. That's quite possible. So it could be anyone there. Anyone here. Good morning to Angie. Who's Angie? I don't know who Angie is. Is that one of your nurses, Evie and Harry? Is that one of your nurses? Heartbeat. Thank you, Mark. Mick, that's the programme. Heartbeat. That's the thing they film. You get on this train in Whitby, and I can't remember this station, but you go off a station and go up this really steep hill, and that's where they filmed Heartbeat. And they've got an old police car. Oh, it's lovely walking around there. But be careful if you go on that first pub on the left as you go up the hill, right? They stop doing the lunches at about 1 or 2. You get that too, and they won't put anything on for you. We had to go further up to this like little tea room place, and we had a nice meal in there. That was it was my nephew and his wife and the 3 children. And Olivia's got this big pram and the wheel went on it. Something went wrong with it and they had great trouble getting it back there. So thank you. Heartbeat, that's it. John did the Dracula tour on Heartbeat. I bet you were... Did they confuse you as the Dracula, John? I'm sure they did. Good morning to Alan Russell. Morning. Michael, the North Yorkshire Moor Railway. It's beautiful on there. Thank you, Andrew. Heartbeat is Gothland. The train station there is Hogsmeade Station, used in the Harry Potter movies. I like Harry Potter very much. Love that film. LaBelle, my Christmas tree is up and the lights are on. No, you're joking, dear. You're joking. She has done all the shopping and it's all wrapped. Really? Oh, no. No, too early, dear. Too early. Is it Shaz from Babe Station? Yeah, that's what she was called on there. Shaz. Babe Station. The only girl, that's my sister. The only person on Babe Station ever to get the sack through lack of phone calls. Well, to be correct, no phone calls. There we are. Claire had an all-you-can-eat Chinese in Birmingham at the weekend. £15 for every dish on the menu. Plus desserts. Oh, no, I can't eat anything foreign, Claire. Only pizzas. I don't eat anything foreign, Claire. My mum told me if I ate any of that muck, I would be ill. So I don't. I don't like the smell of Chinese food, I'm sorry. I think it's the oil they cook the stuff. My mate said they cook the chips in fish oil or something, and they taste rank. I will not eat Chinese food. I've tried it once. Don't say, "Ow, if you try it, you might like it." I have. And I was as sick as anything. I hated it. No. Pie and chips. Pie and chips. Roy's concerned. Look, Roy, not interested in anything else that has gone along, only the raffle. How disappointing, Roy. He's just popped up for his bloody raffle ticket. Not interested in anything else going on. Good morning to Merlin. Hope you had a nice birthday yesterday, Merlin. All right, John, the breakfast buffet in Bali was incredible. So many choices and the chef cooked whatever eggs you wanted. He made a lovely mushroom omelette. I do like an omelette. Actually, I usually have an omelette on Friday night. When I've driven from here to London, it's about 3.5 hours. I'm quite hungry. So I usually get an omelette and chips free of charge at the pub, which is Really nice. Adrian, do you think they might try and put on a diet of his restaurants by giving out the small portions? They're trying to help you out. Well, fine, Adrian. You go there then and enjoy those small portions. I'll go somewhere where you get decent amount of food. Thank you very much. Merlin is the king of complaints. That's the reason the other half doesn't let me choose where we eat. Oh, I've been out with people like you, Merlin. I don't think we'd be a very suitable match. People, they moan and they just go in there, oh, so what? Someone's brought you over this piece of steak which is slightly overdone. Just shut up and eat it, Merlin. Shut up and eat it. Is Beales the equivalent to Grace Brothers from Are You Being Served? No, it's got older than that. It would look like that. It looks like it's really on its last legs, to be honest. Alan likes the chips at Central Station. They are nice there. Paul and Lou have been to Beales. It's like walking into Grace Brothers. There you go. Paul and Lou thinks it is. Jason, you were looking at the price tags, you tight git. No, I told her to choose anything and she did. Possibly the most expensive bag in there. 30 quid it was. I think I got off lucky there. Good morning to George. Morning, George. You can tell it's live by just looking at the clock there. That's the time. If that's the correct time, then you know it's live. And it's just about 2 minutes past 10 at the moment. Good morning to Tina McKenzie. Good morning, Tina. Not reading that out, George. You're very naughty. Jason. Oh, sorry. Sharon. There's my sister. Hello, brother. I never tried on anything. I was very quick. Yeah, you were. I'll give you that, Sharon. Makes a bloody change, though. With me and your husband in there, not interested in women's clothes, we must personally thank you for that. Do you wipe your feet out on the way to the toilet? I should have, on the way out from the toilet. I should have done. Oh, it stank in that toilet. Okay, going to have to scroll down here, boys and girls. I've gone falling right behind there. Merlin, Mr. Topper's in Soho. £8. Oh, is that right? It does involve a washing up tub over your head and chatting broken English, and your fringe might be wonky, but that's the price you pay to drink in Central Station. Yeah. Someone said the drinks are quite dear in there. I don't know. I don't drink, really. Not at all. Not at all. Sean, we do most of our shopping online. So I've got some info. Actually, I'm glad you've said that. That'll lead on to one of my nice stories here. Sean says we do most of our shopping online. We normally shop at Tesco's and get them to deliver it, but now they have stopped using plastic bags. Well, how do they deliver it now then? How do they deliver that in Tesco's now? There's a story here. I don't know if any of you shop in Morrison's. I quite like Morrison's. It's all right there. We've got one in Bracknell. They're all very yellow. But in the Daily Mirror this morning, currently only available in 4 places, Morrison's have expanded its deal with Amazon. I didn't know they'd linked up with Amazon. Meaning people in 5 new cities will now be able to get a week's food to their door in an hour. Wow. Wow. You'll soon be able to get your entire week's food shop, it says in the Daily Mirror, delivered to your door within an hour of putting in your order online in 9 cities across the UK. That's after Morrison's expanded its deal with Amazon, where supermarket staff fill out your order in store and Amazon gets the shopping to you. Customers can order a full Morrison's shop online, which is then picked up at a local Morrison's store and delivered by Amazon, the supermarket said. The option for delivery within 1 hour of the order being placed is available for many customers across these cities. At the moment, this ultra-fast option is only available to Amazon Prime customers in Leeds, Manchester, Birmingham and parts of London and the home counties. By the end of the year, more people will be able to access it. I mean, do we need that? Do we need that? I mean, I've never done shopping online where it comes to food shopping. I quite like to go around, because I don't get the same stuff all the time. I don't think I do anyway. I quite like to wander around Aldi or Waitrose or somewhere. I'm not keen on Sainsbury's. I really don't like Sainsbury's. I find that the customers and the staff are not particularly helpful in there. But I do quite like to wander around and, I'll try that today, look at things. And maybe if you're lucky, you get a few samples going around somewhere. I gather shopping online, you choose your time. So, if is it a 2-hour slot, something like that? So if you've made an order from Tesco's and, come between 10 and 12. If you order it 8 o'clock, do you actually need that there by 9 o'clock? I don't know. It says in the story, during 2019, this ultra-fast same-day service will begin to be rolled out to other cities, including Glasgow, Newcastle, Liverpool, Sheffield and Portsmouth. Don't know if that's any good to you. Was it, again, Sean? Any of those places good to you? In future years, the Morrison's store on Prime Now will be expanded to further cities across the UK. The change is part of an expansion of the supermarket's partnership with Amazon, announced during Morrison's interim results. So there we are. I mean, I don't know if that's any good to you. Or Morrison's delivering stuff very quickly there. Thank you very much. That programme I was talking about on BBC One Colour on Tuesdays is The Capture. The Capture, where it's got a soldier on it and things are happening there. It's very, very good. Thank you, Heidi. Okay. Thank you, Paul and Lou. Paul and Lou are our moderators on there. I think I've got another moderator. I can't remember who it is now. Is it Claire? I've got a moderator. Got a moderator on there. Paul and Lou are in charge of moderation. You may have noticed that. Okay. Thank you, Paul and Lou. Good morning to Russ Philip Vernon. Good morning. Angela's the carer that you met at Mablethorpe. Oh, yeah, I remember her. Will I be seeing her again? Because we're going to Mablethorpe soon, aren't we, in October? Go to Mablethorpe for a few days there with the children. I love going on these Haven holidays with the children. I have such a laugh. Me and the children are running around the hall. The entertainment complex. With the security people watching me, Who's that dodgy old character chasing after two kids? Actually, they're chasing after me most of the time. And then Evie come up. Can we go down to the dance floor, Chris? Just stay there a while. Can we go back now? Oh, can we go back to the dance floor now? And I take them down to the dance floor and we play these children's games and things on the stage. I quite like Haven holidays. The only thing is when they do their own in-house shows, they're not very good. I mean, I'm not going to criticise. I'm really not. They do the best they can, but they're not particularly good at it. I do believe people are good at certain things. You've got to find what you're good at. Whether it be woodwork or playing football or cooking. Everyone is good at something. I've not found anything I'm any good at yet, but everyone is good at something, and you've got to find what it is. And these, I don't know if it's who training them or what, but they put these shows together, and yeah, they go on the stage, and it's all right, but there's something missing from these shows. They're a bit wooden. And sometimes whoever's working the sound has got the mix completely out. So there was one, I don't think it was Mablethorpe, there was another one that we went to, and this singer was singing, and the microphone was far, far too loud for the music. You could barely hear the music, and his voice was coming over, and it wasn't a particularly good voice either. The shows are not particularly good, but then they bring in other people, like proper entertainers, and they're very good. As I say, these staff at the Haven Holidays, they do their best, but they don't seem to be particularly good at it, unfortunately, which is completely opposite from when we used to go to Pontins back in the 1970s, and the shows that the Blue Coats put on there really were something else. They were really good at the whole thing. But that's just, Haven. I've also found, when it might be someone on the stage, and you go to talk to them, they're not very talkative. It's like they don't really want to talk to you. I don't know about that, but one of those things. Dinny's just had the electric go off. No internet for 30 minutes and house alarm's going off. Well, put some money in the bloody meter then, you tight-fisted git. That's what it is. Honestly, you're trying to squeeze every last penny out of that 10 pence that you've put in it. What's up, mate? You've just been cut off, have you? Poor old Dinny. I'll send round some batteries immediately, okay? Where are we going? John's going for Chinese food. No, well, rather you than me. Rather you than me. Oh, Angie, I'm not being rude, darling. I can't remember everyone, love, but I certainly remember you. As soon as my sister... How many Angies do you think I know? Exactly. It's not like an unusual name, is it, Angie? But now I know who you are, and that's it. Good morning to Infoon Scuba Diving. Morning to you. Let's go back and get a Radley handbag. I don't even know what that is. Is that a really expensive one then, sis? Morning to Steph Diamond. Good morning to Steph Diamond. Graham Lang. Mr. Blue is in the house. Good morning. Graham's flying back. He's been on holiday for a while. Safe journey back there, Graham. I do hope you're flying on a proper airline and not bleeding Ryanair. If you tell me that you're flying on a Ryanair flight, please don't talk to me again. Dreadful, dear. Sean, if you know Tesco's delivery service, when they knock on your door, they come in green crates. You just take every single item out, loose. Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, I've never had stuff delivered, I'm afraid, so I really don't know. I really don't have any interest at all in having like groceries delivered like that. It is, of course, handy for a lot of people who are busy all the time, but I think it also creates laziness, you know. You don't really need to leave the house at all anymore, do you? If you've got money coming in, you would never have to leave the house. You just order your groceries or your items from Amazon. That's it. Don't need to ever leave the house, do you? Morning to Liz Hargreaves. Good morning. Off to see her strange friend on Facebook looking for a handyman instead. Liz is desperate for a man at the moment, aren't you, Liz? Liz, every time she's on, she begs for a man. We've got to find you someone, Liz, soon. There must be someone out there. There must be. Well, mind you, I've been saying that to myself for years, but there we are. Graham would never has to leave the home with social media and shopping online. Just stay in bed all the time. Well, I know a few people like that, Graham, to be honest. Dinny, trouble is when they supplement an item, if not available for a similar, but when you get a jar of coffee to replace a box of tea bags they didn't have. Is that what happens? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? I've heard that's what happens from other people, actually. John does a Sainsbury's delivery every month. Very cheap. Okay. There's Ellie's chatting on YouTube to Liz Hargreaves. You two are very confusing, I'll tell you that now. Andrew Dexter. Good morning, Andrew. Get ready. We'll do the raffle tickets in a minute. Morning, Andrew Dexter. Scrolling down. My sister reckons I'm very good at moaning. I never moan. How can you say that? How can you say that? Mix off the Mablethorpe Market today. Keep your eyes around when you walk through Mablethorpe High Street, mate. There's some very, very dodgy characters walking around there. I'll tell you. Looks like a nice chip shop. I didn't have chips in there, but looks like a nice chip shop there. Roy says I've missed 3 of his messages. Unlucky, mate. I don't sit here and just read bloody messages out all the time. If you want to do that, watch some of the other YouTube chatters. We don't do that here. We do a little bit more there. I'm not sitting here just reading out messages. There's so many of them, I can't cope, and you know that. So off you go, Snowflake. Thank you. British. Do you want me to take your tickets out, Roy? I'll take your tickets out. I'll smack your hand and take your tickets out of there, all right? Graham is not on Ryanair, not the ones with the outside toilets. And good morning to Virginia Gonzalez this morning. Good morning, Virginia. Welcome to the show. I just wanted to do another story here about stuff you collect, actually, because there's a bloke here in the sun this morning. He collects bricks. He collects bricks. Isn't that strange? Madcap. They say Madcap. Madcap Mark Cranston puts another brick in the wall, building on his stash of 3,500 bricks. The ex-police sergeant, 56, started his bizarre collection 9 days ago while seeking a doorstop. They call him mad. I don't know about that. I mean, collecting things, is that a mad thing to do? I used to collect stamps as a little boy. I had several albums. I didn't do it particularly well, if you see what I mean. I just got these stamps from various different places. I used to send off to the embassies. You know, the French embassy, the German embassy, the embassy of Mongolia, or the ambassadors. Dear sir, please could you send me some of your country's stamps, as I am a stamp collector. Thank you very much. Chris Reardon, age 8. And you'd get these envelopes back with loads of stamps in them. Kindly from the embassies. I suppose the secretary had stuck there and cut the stamps off and put them in an envelope and sent them to you. But I didn't really do it that well, and I would use sellotape and things like that, so probably not worth anything at all. I certainly wasn't a serious collector. You know, when people go to these events where you can buy, you know, penny blacks for like £20,000 or something like that. No, it was just like normal stamps. And I think some of the stamps were just fill up with like the normal 1p, 2p and 10p stamps, to be honest. You know, with colours on them like that. Yeah, so stamps was the thing. What did you collect? Anything? Did you collect anything? The story says he grew fascinated. Do tell us what you collect. If you collect anything, do tell us. He grew fascinated, goes off the story in the Sun, by the history of brick marks and is now looking for more space after filling his shed. He says each brick tells a story. It takes a lot of time, but it's passionate. And he's got, you can see a picture of all the bricks with names and words on there. Some of the words say Forth, Glenborg, Wilson and Son, Barlimy, White's Hill, Gumbernauld, Fabric, something like that. His collection includes a fire brick from the ship SS Politician, which sank in 1941 while carrying 264,000 bottles of whiskey, inspiring the film Whiskey Galore, which I haven't seen. He's a drainage tile dating back to 1833 and a brick from the execution block at Glasgow's Her Majesty's Prison, Barlimy. Mark monitors buildings due for demolition and gets tip-offs from an online database he sets up for enthusiasts. And there's a picture actually of this shed that he's got, and it's just full of all these different bricks. You know, so good luck to him. I mean, we all collect different things, don't we? What do you collect? Do you collect anything? Let's have a little look. Diddy says he must want to build a house. It'd look a bit odd, all different coloured bricks, wouldn't it, when you think about it? Morning to Kate Doody. Good morning, Kate. Dinny collects money. Has anyone got any spare? No. We're still waiting for a super chat payment from someone to see if that works. My brother-in-law was telling me, but this thing about super chat where you can send tips if you like the show. I've not had one of those yet. I don't even know how that works. I'm not even sure I would see a super chat thing come up, actually. Let me try and fire something up here and see if... I've no idea how that super chat... Oh, hang on. I don't want to watch myself while you're on there, do I? Oh, well, there's the chat box. Is that the chat box there on the right? Oh, there it is. That's the chat box there. Look at that. Oh, gosh. Here we are. That must be the chat thing there, on there. Well, maybe the super chat thing does work. I don't know. Can anyone see a super chat thing there? That's where someone can send you a tip. I don't know, like 50 pence or £1 or something. And then they get their question high. But I don't know if I can see that on my chat box screen. I don't know if that works. Ah, interesting. Not sure about that. Scrolling down then, Heidi collects key rings. Oh, okay, Heidi. Next time I go somewhere, I'll get you a key ring. Yeah, maybe. Have you got a Skegness one, Heidi? Have you got a Skegness key ring? Jason, can I have a stamp, please, Chris Reardon? Age 48, more like. Sending stamps. Adrian collects postcards. 5,000 of them. I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think that bloke's mad at all collecting bricks. I don't know. I really don't know. John collects vinyl records again. He's stopped and started again. Okay, fair enough. Ellie collects loads of stuff over years. Usually eBay UK stamps, antiques, autographs and coins. Right? Okay, I know lots of people that collect coins. I've got a few of those crowns. I don't think they're worth any much. You know, like the royal wedding between Princess Diana and Charles, sadly no longer with us, Princess Diana, of course. I've got one of those crowns somewhere, or maybe two, but I don't think they're worth anything. I think I've got a Winston Churchill crown somewhere. I think it's probably worth about 20 or 30 quid. We're not talking like thousands of pounds, are we? Roy says, I've got a United Kingdom fridge magnet from China. Looks the same, but has a Chinese flag on it. Well, it ain't one then, is it, mate? It's not one then. Mark's a coin collector. There you go. Mark collects coins. Got every single old £1 coin design, every £2 coin design, every 50p design, all in Royal Mint albums. I also have first day covers too. Google them. They're really nice. I used to collect first day covers, Mark. I'm sure I've got some somewhere, but probably like the trains, I stored them badly, you know, in a shed or something. So they've got damp, I would guess. I wonder where they are. Actually, I've got an idea where they are. When I go back down to the house, I'll have a look, Mark, and see if I can show those to you, what I've got. But I've got some somewhere. What sort of state they're in now, I don't know. The trouble is, stuff in a shed, snails sometimes get in there and eat the paper, don't they? You know. Okay, cool. Dinny, no wonder it sunk if they installed brick drains on the ship. Good morning to Able Mike on YouTube in Australia this morning. Good morning, Able Mike. Welcome to the show. First time viewer, I think you are, aren't you? Whereabouts in Australia are you, sir? John, my dad was in Berlin prison in the 70s for a few months. He was released early. Oh, go on. What did he do, John? We're dying to know. Was he a burglar? Was he? What did he do? Or was he a mass murderer? No, not for 6 months. I think probably, possibly not. Ellie's got 2 Kevin Keegan records. Did he do records? What, Kevin Keegan, the footballer? Leeds. Now, see, I know who Kevin Keegan is because as a young boy, I used to fancy Kevin Keegan. Honestly, I did. Not now, he's too old now, mate. Christ, he must be my age. Christ, I've 2 Kevin Keegan records, Head Over Heels in Love, plus I have private pictures of footballers when I was helping out autograph collectors against Faker's True Love. Oh, she's got private pictures of footballers. What, naked you mean, Ellie? Fancy admitting that on this programme you've got naked pictures of footballers, dear. Huh? Okay, so that chat thing has got a dollar sign, is it? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it has, hasn't it? I don't know how that works. Shall I have a quick look and see if I can... I don't know how that works, the, super chat thing. And my brother-in-law was telling me about it. He said, sometimes if someone really wants... a thing, because we can't, it's just impossible to read out every single message, you know, it is. If someone really wants a question read out, they super chat it somehow, and that sends a highlighted message. Well, they've kind of paid for question, if so to speak. Is it customized channel? I don't know. What's it under, Roy? Oh no, sorry, it's the other Roy, isn't it? Videos, playback. I don't know where that is. Viewed as yourself. I don't know how to work that. Actually, if my brother-in-law is watching, he's got my account there. Can you have a look and see if that's on? Oh, YouTube settings. Well, that might be it, mightn't it? Hang on. Is it additional features? I'm just guessing here. Additional features, maybe. Let's have a look. Can you just bear with us a second, boys and girls, and I'll see what I can find here. Monetization settings. Let's see if it's that. Video manager. Video manager. Is that it? Video manager. Let's have another look there. I'd like to know how this sort of thing works. There's nothing coming. Oh, there it is. Live streaming. I don't know where that is. I wonder if my brother-in-law is watching. Can you sort of go into my thing there, and I'll see if that works there. Okay, see if you can get it working, because I don't know how that works. All right. Oh, where are we now? Thank you, Jenny, for that. Drinking from a can on Vaughan Live. Good morning. Back and ready for his daily dose of culture. Culture from me? You're having a laugh, and if you want culture, go to a library, dear. I know. Paul and Lou collects fridge magnets. Okay, Heidi, I'll see if I can find you a Skegness one, don't you? Roy collects bogies. I've heard that, Roy. How awful. Ellie's got a wheel from the craze from eBay. Oh, how do you... I wouldn't buy anything from eBay like that. How do you know it's not fake? That's the thing. Sean collects fridge magnets. If I win one, it will be my first. Jason collects dust. Oh, dear. Ronnie and Reggie Quays, 2 wheels. They didn't have much, though. Mark Bowles, do give me a message if you find them. Yes, I will. I'll see if I can find them and show them to you. All right, that'd be nice, quite nice to see what ones. They'd be quite old. They'd be 30 years old, any first day covers I've got there. John's got David Bowie stamps. I would like the Elton John ones. Yes, are they out yet, the Elton John stamps? You'll get yourself a first day cover of those. That must be great to be featured on a stamp. I mean, of course, I've been on a stamp for years, you know. Some old queen on a stamp, dear. Fridge magnets, apparently, Jason says, are the craze at the moment. I need just one certain one to complete my collection. Well, you never know. You might win. Drinking from a can said, you just said mass murderer with too much enthusiasm. John, my dad was jailed for assault in a pub. Someone tried to take his pint. Well, that's fair enough then, isn't it? Oh dear. Ellie's got pictures of Kevin Keegan eating 12 rounds of toast and 12 cups of tea. Have you? That's the whole team's breakfast. And good morning to Ray 0784. Good morning to you, Ray. A little bit late this morning, but there we are. Alrighty, let's do the raffle tickets today, okay? Raffle ticket time, raffle tickets. Raffle takes place on Monday morning between 8:30 and 10 o'clock, somewhere between there. So join us on this channel on Monday morning to see if you have won the fridge magnet. We're raffling one of these every single week, gang, until we've run out of them. There's about 42 left, I think, something like that. No, about 45 left. There's more than that, isn't there? So we've got plenty at the moment. You can win one in the raffle on the Monday, or you can buy one for £10,000. Send your payment to chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. I will personally deliver your fridge magnet if you buy one. If you win one from raffle, it gets chucked in the post. All right, so here we go. David in Hemel. Good morning, David in Hemel. Just joining us there, just woken up. Raffle ticket from Roy Brownlow. Roy Brownlow. There you go, Roy Brownlow. 634 for you. 634. Please only ask once. When I get to the end of the list, I will say I'm at the end of the list. Have I missed anyone out? Because that does happen sometimes. Same as it does with the messages, Roy. Oh, you haven't read my messages out this morning. Why, was there anything of interest? Probably not. Do something interesting and I'll read it. LaBelle, lovely LaBelle. There's yours, LaBelle. 635 for you this morning. All right, my sweetheart. But I can't get my new music out of my head. I keep singing it. LaBelle. John Aitken. Good God, it's 10:30. These shows are getting longer and longer. John, 636 for you, John. Okay. Mick Davenport. 637. 637, Mick. 638. Shawnee baby. Sean Pine. Oh, Sean, you haven't told us what you got the tag for yet. Is it for beating someone up? I do hope so. 639 for Dinny. Thank you, Dinny. They are Dinny. Michael Pullman is on 640. Yeah. 640. Someone was asking me how much did it cost to get the fridge magnets done, and it was about 65 quid to get 50 done. Okay, that is a tax deductible item. It's used as a promotional purposes to sort of try and forward a business. Do you see what I mean? The karaoke thing that I do. That's when it's all kind of linked into each other. So in actual fact, the cost of fridge magnets is tax you can claim it back from your final tax bill. So that's how that works. Just someone was asking me that the other day, just in case you're interested. Mick, I've done Mick. I've done Michael Pullman, haven't I? Claire, Bluebell L. There you are, darling. 641. Claire, did you unsubscribe and resubscribe? See if that works tomorrow. You won't know, of course, until tomorrow, until we do another show, will you, darling? So there we are. Thank you, Claire. Jason Hughes. Do you think I look untidy today? I feel incredibly untidy this morning. I really do. 642 for you, Claire. Okay. Sorry, not for you, Claire. Claire's done, isn't she? Claire's done. That's Jason Hughes. There you go. 642 for Jason Hughes. Getting a bit confused there. 643 for Ray 0784. Ray 0784. Oh, bitch. Take a note of your number, gang. All right. There you go. 643. Okay. 644 for Mr. Michael Lawrence. 644, there you go. All right. 645, Heidi. She wants a key ring as well, don't you, Heidi? There. 645, Heidi. Have you been to Skegness, Heidi? What seaside do you? I mean, your children are a bit older. I can't remember how old your children are now, but are they still at take out age? If you see what I mean. Do you go to the seaside with them or anything like that? Ellie, thank you, Ellie. Ellie's on 646. Ellie. 646. Artmaster Studio TV, 647. Thank you. Artmaster Studio. 647. Okay. Paul and Lou, 648. There you go. There's our lovely Virginia Gonzalez. She can't always be with us. By the way, gang, if you're watching a recording of the show, you can email for a ticket. Please don't ask by email if you've already got one during the live show, because I will realise, and then you get them all taken out, okay? One ticket per show. You get one ticket per show by whatever method you want to claim it. Okay, 649 for, was that Virginia, wasn't it? Virginia. I've got the name on the back here. How can I be saying that? Look, yeah, 649 for Virginia Gonzalez. Yep, so claim your ticket by whatever method. One ticket per show, which you can claim right up to the beginning of the next show, okay? There's our Mark Bowles. 650 there, Mark. Okay, 650. Mark, if I do the show, we do normally do one on Saturday. If I do the show Saturday and I haven't mentioned those first day covers, remind me, because I will have forgotten to do it, and then I'll do it straight after the show on Saturday and have a look. But I'd like to show you, if I've got them, to show you, and what state they're in, to be honest. I'd like to show you. Ellie, can I buy 3 of them? What, 3? Where's that gone? What, you want to buy 3 fridge magnets, darling? Well, they're £10,000 each. It's a shame you weren't here Monday, because we were doing buy one, get one free. Unfortunately, that offer isn't on at the moment, my love. But you might want to, perhaps you can want to wait. We might do that again next week. A buy one, get one free. For £10,000, you would get 2. To buy 3, I think £25,000. I'll give you £5,000 off if you want to buy 3, Ellie. All right, love. So £10,000 each, normal price. Sometimes we do a special offer, buy one, get one free, as suggested by my nephew Gary. If you want 3, we can do 3 for 25 grand. There you go. Don't forget, put your money into my PayPal account, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, complete with your full address for me to come and visit. Or if you don't want me to visit, that's fine as well. I'll send round a nice man on a bike, dressed in very tight leather. Oh, sorry, I'm getting quite carried away there. All right, Ellie. David, off-peak return ticket, please. 651 for David and Emil. I'll tell you what, right? If one day I suddenly appear doing this show in a really expensive looking suit, like who's that German bloke? Is he German? No, he's not. Is he German? Is it Boss? No, not Boss, but Boss. Hugo Boss. If I suddenly turn up, there you go, David 651, in a Hugo Boss suit doing the show, you'll know that someone's bought one of those £10,000 fridge magnets, okay? I come on in here in a Boss suit, head to toe, you know, and flowers all around, right? That will tell you that someone has bought one of those tickets for one of those fridge magnets for 10 grand. Hasn't happened yet. But you never know. Might as well try. See if anyone wants one. I can't do them any cheaper than that, my love. Good morning to Dukey, Chrissy, baby. Morning, Duke. John says you like a bit of rough. I used to. Far too much hassle. Who does? How would you know, John? How would you know what I like and don't like? How rude. Dukey, Chrissy, give us a raffle, princess. Sorry, dear. Princess? Princess? Who, me? There you go, Chris. 652 for you. 652 for Chrissy, baby. All right, there's Gaz Barron. All right, Gaz, I'm glad you're back there. Do you want a raffle ticket, Gaz? You'll have to ask, mate. Thank you very much for sharing my YouTube live show. Yes, gang, if you share the show, please can you share the YouTube link that I put up, all right, rather than the Facebook link, and that would be much grateful. I would love to just perhaps move completely over to YouTube, but that would be a long process. It wouldn't happen suddenly, okay? That wouldn't happen suddenly. So if you can sign up, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, because it's less hassle, to be honest. We don't have a problem with copyright or anything like that on YouTube, all right? Sean said, Sean's got a tag. Someone trying to break into my home, so I gave him a slap. Good. You see, I'm all for that. What about that? You remember that farmer that shot, and they died, didn't they? Was it shot 2 people or 1 person, and they died, and they chucked him in prison? No, incorrect. You know, they shouldn't have been trying to break into his house. It's as simple as that. That's how I feel about that sort of thing. So if that's why you got a tag on, then to me, that's incorrect. Someone's trying to break into your house. You should be able to do whatever you want to do to stop that person breaking in. Not some bloody liberal lefty. Oh, well, that's the wrong thing to do. You should have rung the police. What, and wait for 2 hours? They're too busy. You know, I've got a lot of time for the police, but they're so busy they can't possibly do everything. Yeah, that's what I think. You know, if I could attach a wire to my house and electrify everything, so some bleeding scallywag comes along, gets in and electrocutes themselves and dies, that's their fault, not mine. Not my fault. David says you look a bit disheveled. Do I? I feel very untidy today, I really do. Drinking from a can says, last time I was watching you were sporting a bright yellow sunflower shirt, so today you are dressed quite conservatively. Thank you. Ellie loves the number she got this morning. Good. Good morning to Joanna. Hello, Joanna. Too much. Is it green screen or are you in the party room? No, this is a backdrop. Look. Actually, there you go, look. That actually, all these things behind me actually exist. I don't have green screen. Sometimes that green screen, you've got to do it properly, and it can be quite tricky to get it right during a green screen. Now look, I'm really late now for my pills. Can you just give me a second? I'll go and have my pills. There we are. 10 o'clock is pill time. Ah, dear, that's better. Ticket for... Oh, hang on a minute. Where are we now? I have this... I'm at the school teacher look. Do I look like a school teacher? All our school teachers were properly dressed in suits and all that. You know, down at the school I went to. London Oratory School I went to, which is in Fulham. Probably quite near where Heidi lives, actually, I would imagine. She's in Fulham. Joanna, thank you, Joanna. 6'5", hang on, can't see it here. Joanna Ebola. I'm sorry, I can't stop taking the mick out of your name. 653 for lovely Joanna, who likes my singing. Ellie, can I knock at your door and ask for a ticket? No, you won't get one, dear. Knocking at the door. Good morning to Rye, who's there on YouTube. Good morning, Rye. Welcome to the show. Hello to Clarissa. Joining us a little bit late today. Hello, Clarissa. Great price for 3 fridge magnets, only £25,000. That's all right. I'm here to please, Ellie. Is it going to be you on a fast motorcycle? Do you know, I've never been on a motorbike. I've wanted to go on a motorbike, but I've never actually been on a motorbike or a moped. Can you believe that? Not even an electric bicycle. Never been on any of those things. Funny, innit? Heidi used to, but I've never been to Skegness. I've been to Bournemouth, Brighton, Blackpool, Bognor, not Skegness. Okay. I'm not keen on Brighton, to be honest, Heidi. Never was, really. I don't know. There's just... I don't like Brighton. Don't like Brighton. Ian Days. Good morning, Ian. Bit late. Never mind. Duke's up to Leeds. Oh, Dukey, baby. Have you run out of people again in London? Never mind, love. You'll find someone in Leeds. All right. Thank you, Gaz. 654 for you, Gaz. 654 for Gaz. There you go. Gaz Barron. There we are. And I'll see you tonight for the karaoke, mate. We'll see, what's her name? I've forgotten her name, that young drag queen. What's her name? Dixie. We'll see Dixie on a mobile scooter again tonight, guys. That's hilarious, that is. 6554, Mr. Ian Days, who's really late today. Never mind, Ian. Ian, do you watch the recording as a matter of interest once it's finished? If you don't see it live. John, Ellie wants a bit of... Ellie's desperate. Oh, look at her going for it today, dear. John, give me a bit of rough instead, love. Ellie's getting desperate there, isn't she? John says you asked why the guy was wearing a tag and if he'd beaten up someone. I do hope so. David, wait for the clearance sale. £10,000 to take them off my hands. Come on. Someone must want to buy one of those for 10 grand. Look at me, dear. Desperate for the money. 10 grand, you can buy one of those. No, not by Super Chat, because we can't seem to be able to work that. I'll have a little look afterwards and see if I can turn it on for you. There's a couple of people there. Where's your Super Chat? I do get private emails as well. Not necessarily private, but I get emails, after the show, and people like a little question or two, which I answer. And a couple of people have said, why haven't you got the Super Chat on? My brother-in-law told me about it. It's like where you can ask a question and you pay for it. And that means it highlights on the screen so you can't miss it. And I don't know. Quite seriously, I never like to ask people for money. Never. I really don't. I even have a problem going up sometimes. I mean, it doesn't happen where I am now. They just pay me at the end of the night and that's it. On the bank, there's no cash. The bank, they push some buttons and it arrives in your bank, that sort of thing. But asking, some places I've worked for, and you've got to wait for your money, and you're like, have you done? I hate to say the word money. Funnily enough. In all seriousness, has anyone done the wages yet? I hated that. I really do have a problem asking people for money. If I was on my last legs for money for whatever reason, I'd have a real problem going and saying, have you got any money? I just can't do that. Funny, innit? Funny, innit? But I don't suppose having the Super Chat thing, you wouldn't... Would you say... No, I wouldn't say, don't forget, you can pay for a question. I don't think I could go that far. No, but it would be there if someone wanted to, I suppose, something like that. And you could then very quickly buy a fridge magnet for £20,000. We may do a reduced price offer later on in the day, but what I don't want to do is make more fridge magnets because that kind of it dilutes them, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? If you have 50 made, when we get to the end of that 50, that's it. If you make more, it kind of dilutes it. So when we get to the end of the 50 fridge magnets, maybe something else. Maybe something else. Could be another fridge magnet with a different design or something. We did mugs once. We did mugs. We've done, over the years, we've done mugs. We've done mouse mats. I don't think we ever did T-shirts. I can't remember if we did T-shirts or not. Yeah, we've done a few things over the years. Someone suggested pens. You know, I mean, this pen, as stolen from the Metro Bank. Thank you very much, Metro Bank. Not really stolen, they give them out, okay? But, you know, you could do pens. I could do pens. You know, anything like that, really. One of my mates has got pens done for his karaoke, and he's had printing on it. This pen has been stolen, say, for example, this pen has been stolen from Chris Reardon's karaoke and the phone number. Very clever. Right, carrying on then. Andrew D. Thank you, Andrew. I haven't forgotten your tickets there, darlings. All right, sorry, I got mislaid there on something else. Andrew D. There you go. Andrew G. 656. Okay. Don't forget, if you're watching a recording of the show, claim your ticket by email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Don't ask for a ticket if you've already got one of the live show, all right? Tony Martin, that was the farmer, wasn't it? He shot these scallywag, either one or two, I think it was, who were trying to break into his place, who died, and then he got put in prison. I don't think he should have been put in prison, I really don't. All right, Graham Lang, True Blue, Graham Lang. There you go. As Boris doing this morning. Who's he in trouble with now? They're really throwing everything at him now, aren't they? 657. There you go. And it'll be the same with the next Prime Minister, whoever that is. Clarissa, the ring arrived yesterday and Joe asked his girlfriend the big question and she said yes. Ah. Ding dong, the wedding bells will be ringing. What is it? Dress Down Friday. Right, is there anyone else for more tickets? Let's have a look. Rachel's listening from the dentist. Put us on so everyone can watch in there, okay? I'm sure you heard your raffle. Let's have a look there. Let's subscribe down. Good morning to the Savage Garage. Good morning, Savage Garage. Good morning to you. Ellie says I look like a PE teacher. Oh, if only I was that fit. I don't feel particularly fit at the moment. My swimming, I went from 7 days a week and walking up and down to the swimming pool, which was 25 minutes each way, right, to going 3 times a week now and driving to the swimming pool. So not good. I'm really unhappy. I'm not talking about overweight or fatness here. I'm really unhappy with the fitness level at the moment that's going down. Not happy at all about that. And that's to do with being here, to be honest, here in the caravan, because I can't walk to the swimming pool. It's far too far. It'd take me like 3 hours to get there, you know, 3 hours to get back. So there we are. Drinking from a can. We are getting close to 666. I don't think it's going to happen on this one. Okay. Right, just scrolling. Let's just scroll down. Able Mike needs a GoFundMe page for a fridge magnet. Either that, or you can just have a raffle ticket. Join in the raffle. The raffle's on Monday morning. Every Monday morning, sometime between 8:30 and 10 o'clock is the raffle. Okay. Mark Bowles reckons pens, maybe pin badges. Yes. Well, I'll wait till I've run out of those first. We should be able to go for about a year, or so, probably about 10 or 11 months now before we run out of the fridge magnets. Okay. Able Mike wants a raffle ticket. Okay, 658 for you. Able Mike, you got a number there, haven't you? 11. Able Mike 11. Where are we? 658 for you. Okay. Make sure you're here Monday morning, gang. Or if you can't be here Monday morning, just wait for the recording to come up later. Is it Easter eggs on your backdrop? No, balloons. They're balloons. Little balloons flying everywhere. Do they look like Easter eggs? No, they don't look like Easter eggs. They're balloons. They're actually little balloons flying up there. Look at Ellie. I want to go to prison, please. Free food, TV, but you get paid. Oh, you don't want to go to prison for that, Elle? No, you don't. You just want to be there with all those blokes. There's a good Dick Henry sketch, actually. Dick Henry, prison, I don't know what you'd type in. Do you remember Dick Henry? Oh, he was hilarious, wasn't he? Absolutely hilarious. Yeah, it's balloons. There we are. Okay, no trouble, Ellie. All right? Right, has anyone not got a ticket who just asked for one? Please speak now, and don't say it as a joke if you've got one already, because I'll ban you. Okay? Anyone not got a ticket who asked for someone, please speak now and I'll correct that. Meanwhile, let's do today's birthday celebrations. We always read out the birthdays. I get the birthdays from my Facebook list. If you're not on that, then either add me as a friend of Facebook and make sure your birthday is set there, or tell me during the show and I'll add you to the list and we'll do you with the rest of them as well there, okay? Oh, just see Maureen there. Thank you, Maureen. There's Maureen, just popped up there on the text. Just saw that flash up there. 659 for Maureen. And you got your one earlier, Maureen, okay? 659 for you there, Maureen. Anyone else I missed out? Let's have a quick look. Hide it. No, please don't tell me if there's someone else that I've missed. Let them do it. Let them do it. Okay, so Rachel, did I miss you out? Please speak now. Just leave it to them. Please only speak on your behalf for tickets. And that's the other idea. Don't ask for someone else's ticket. Then it gets really confusing. So I must just say that. It's a bit like karaoke. Sometimes people put in songs for people that they don't know and then they don't sing them and it just looks... It doesn't work really, okay? So, Rachel, did I miss you out? Oh, you are awful, but I like you. Oh, that was fantastic, weren't it, eh? Right, I'll do today's birthdays then while you're deciding who's not had a ticket and who hasn't. Craig Haddington, good morning, Craig. Happy birthday on this Thursday, the 12th of September 2019 to Craig. Mark Kempner, morning, Mark. 51 years old today. 51 years old today to Mark. Jake Reed, haven't seen you for a few weeks, Jake. He comes into the karaoke sometimes at Central Station. Nice bloke. Good morning, Jake. Happy birthday. Decent lad. Decent lad. He plays rugby. Danny Borgs. Good morning, Danny. Happy birthday, Danny. Richard Harris today is 31 years old. Travis R. Hightower is a young 75 years old. Good morning, Travis. Happy birthday to you. Oh, and the lovely Joe Ashcroft. And he's got a lovely little family now. I remember before you had any children, Joe, you came along to Beales in Hammersmith and you were always very pleasant to me, you and your lovely girlfriend there. So happy birthday to you all, boys and girls. Right, no more raffle tickets today. They're done. You all right? Oh, more music coming there. I must turn off that loop thing. Hang on, let me do it now. I'm going to do that now. Because what happens is that as soon as the show's finished, it all goes out of my head. It's gone. You know what I mean? Now, where's playback? Where's loop, dear? Stop with fade out, loop, jump to time, options, preferences. Where's loop? Oh, I'm not going to find that, am I? Loop, general preferences, playlist, missing files, playback, equalizer, replay gain. Oh, I can't find it. Mummy, where is it? File types, shell options, what's that? General, oh, no, hang on, no, don't want anything to change. General preferences, maybe. Recycle, show, disable, oh, I don't know. Never going to find it, am I? Never going to find it. Mark waits for the restart of that music. Oh, I've got to turn that off now. Do you want to stay with me while I'm doing that? You can go now. There's not going to be any more in the show. This is it. There isn't any more. Global hotkeys. What is that? General preferences. I don't know. Oh. Come on, where is it? What's that little thing there? What's that? Aha! Toggle repeat. Right, hang on, Mark. Hang on, Mark. I'm going to sing it a second time. Here, Joanna, you're in for a real treat today. You ready? Here we are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Wait. Yes! Found the button! Tick in a box. This is the thing with computers. There's always a little tick in a box that you spend like hours looking for, doesn't it? Mark says, no, don't turn it off. This is the after show. You know, like they do on Big Brother, and they have another show on ITV2 afterwards, or something like that. Look, do you know, it's so nice of you. You all wish these people happy birthday as well, don't you? Sending happy birthday messages. How lovely. Ellie used to love watching Dick Emery. It's all over YouTube, Dick Emery. Wonderful sketches. My favourite one, funnily enough, going back to the subject of prisons, my favourite one is where, you know, the sex-starved woman. She wears this brown overcoat and she's got thick glasses and the wig. Right, of course it's Dick Emery. And she goes to this prison and knocks on the door. I've told you this a few times. Knocks on the door and says, oh, I've come to see the men. You know, and the prison warden says, oh, you don't want to come in here, my dear. Some of these men haven't seen women for years. You don't know what they do to you. And she goes, oh, I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take that risk. And he says, no, you're not coming in. I'm sorry. And closes the door. Then the camera pans round to the prison wall. And round the corner comes this big, you can't see the top of it, right? This big removal lorry. Comes around the corner, and then the camera pans up, and she's laying on top of the bus, holding on like this, on top of this removal lorry. So not bus, removal lorry. And then you see her throw a rope over the wall, and she climbs up into the window. And the next shot is at the prison door, where the prisoners are literally chucking her out. Get out, you old bag. We don't want you in here. It's hilarious. Try and find that. Do try and find that. David, have you had any copyright issues with Happy Birthday? No, a friend of mine done it. Carl Waring played that on his piano, so no. Mark always used to say to himself, wait for it, now you've spoilt it. I'm sorry, Mark. There must be some other way I can make you smile, otherwise, rather than playing that Happy Birthday. Perhaps if you think of something, and come back to me on tomorrow's show and tell me what it is that you desire. Clarissa, and no, you can't have a free fridge magnet. You have to win the raffle, or £10,000. Buy three for only 25 grand. Blooming bargain. I can buy a whole street in Liverpool for that. Clarissa, I had a parcel arrive yesterday, but the person didn't even knock. Yeah, that'd be right. He left it next door and now they won't answer the door, so I can't get it. They do that all the time, don't they? They absolutely do that all the time, don't they? Good. Alrighty, we're going to disappear here, gang. Being a Thursday night, look at this. I'm hosting karaoke tonight. Anyone up in the northeast of the country at Silhouette Bar. That is in Cleethorpes. Gaz will be there as well. He's with us on the show today. Cleethorpes karaoke tonight, every Thursday night, 9 o'clock. Alexandra Road, Cleethorpes. It's just up from the seafront there, and it goes through till around about 22, quarter to midnight. Okay? All right. Have a nice day, boys and girls. Thanks ever so much for joining us, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheerio now.